Am I preaching right?
Go ahead.
You know, when a child comes, you complain about it.
All right. I ain't got that problem.
It was not God's intention for divorce. Here go these crazy knucklehead men.
Crazy knucklehead men.
Woo!
No goodness. Well, you don't love her.
Don't.
Ain't gonna ruin somebody's daughter.
Don't ruin it.
But let somebody cross your sister.
Say so. Knucklehead.
And you have just forgotten that somebody's sister you just messed up.
Right?
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Huh?
All right,
you
Apostle.
can't pay no child support. Why are you making these babies?
Can't do it.
That slinger thing that God gave you that you can't control, don't need it. You carry that thing around town picking up stuff, getting back home to your wife.
Yes.
Come on. What good is that?
Nothing.
And she go to the doctor and got STD. You look like where you get it from?
Right.
From you? You been stepping out on me. What?
Right. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And see, men are so stupid nowadays. They post their relationship on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Who they doing it to?
They are.
No, everybody look at Facebook nowadays, but me, I ain't got no. And here's the same thing about it. They take a picture with their mistress. You knew you were too young to get married to start with.
Don't speak.
You knew you weren't ready to start with. You had no idea about marriage. But you want to get in because somebody said, you done got this girl pregnant now. You don't have to marry. No, the devil is a lie. I made a mistake. I know how to repent and not make that mistake again. You're not going to push me into something I ain't ready for.
Go ahead.
Can I preach up here?
Go ahead. Preach. I refuse.
So Jesus said it's not God's intention. If you kept your legs closed and started,
Well, that is a problem.
wouldn't be in this predicament.
That's it right there.
And they don't need to get divorced from nobody and declare they're the worst thing you ever met. No, for one night they wouldn't.
Go ahead.
Well, don't go tell that lie. You're like you hate them now. Don't go tell that lie. You don't hate them. The problem is what you fantasize did not come to pass because it was not God's intention. Now you mad.
Woo!
That's it.
Pop that bubble.
That's it.
How you gonna be Mr. Right when you ain't working no well? How you gonna be Mr. Right? He ain't got no job. Now if he married you, where he gonna take you to?
No way.
Grandma house.
I'm trying to help somebody.
Help us. Help us. Help us, Lord. Help us.
Because one thing you don't understand about love, love can blind you.
Sure can. Sure can.
Love can blind you to the truth.
It sure can.
Because you're so in love
Say that again.
that you don't want to see what's really going on.
Ooh.
He can come home smelling like somebody else's perfume. But because you're in love, you can't smell it.
So in love.
There you go.
Can blind
It can.
the truth.
It's so bloody.
You know them bad little children you got, you know they bad. Somebody else tell you they bad, you mad, but you know they bad. But you love them so much. And the fact of the matter is, I don't know why the Holy Ghost, I'm just going to do what the Holy Ghost says. The fact of the matter is, most of us, or some of us, have ruined our children because we thought they were so special.
Yes.
Now they don't know how to survive. They don't know how to live because we done covered them
If you don't say that again.
Thinking they all of that. They just as bad as everybody else here.
Go ahead.
That's right.
Go ahead. Preach, Apostle.
Now look how they turned out because you sheltered.
Yes, sir.
What would have happened if you didn't think they were so fresh?
Go ahead.
Go to school,
Go
raise
ahead.
hell. You go
Go
to school
ahead.
first, make teachers.
Go
You never
ahead.
ask a bag.
Go ahead. Say that again.
Let me get back to thank you, Lord. Take that for me. Wasn't God's intention for divorce to happen, but because of the heart of the people, God allowed it to happen. Then God's intention for you to come to church and go to sleep. It ain't God's intention. But you lay up all night doing nothing. Knowing you're going to worship God the next day.
Woo.
It was not God. Can I just preach it like I felt ready to preach? I feel my help come. It was not God's intention for you to come to church smelling like alcohol. It was not God's intention. That's what I came to preach about. That wasn't God's intention. For you to come to church smelling like a liquor barrel. That wasn't God's intention. Huh?
All right now.
It was not God's intention for you to come to church smelling like a weed factory. That wasn't God's intention.
All right.
It was not God's intention that you come to church smelling like you've been in sex for 6 months. That was not God's intention.
That's okay, Apostle. Preach it. Preach it.
It was not God's intention for you to stay up all Saturday and drink all the beer and liquor you could, and then Sunday morning nobody can stand. It was not God's intention.
Jesus. I think he done hit some toes, Apostle.
That was God's intention.
Jesus.
So here's the problem.
Jesus.
Instead of asking God why don't you check yourself? What God's intention? For you to lay with that woman. Wasn't God's intention. I've never seen so many sick folk that still drink. Taking all them pills. You ain't smart enough to even stop drinking. You're already about to die. I'm pretty like I feel. I don't care who get mad.
Jesus.
Trying to save your life. Wasn't God's intention. Huh? Wasn't God's intention for you to smoke. That's not his intention. Ain't God's intention for you to drink. That's not his intention. Huh? It's not God's intention for you to sit up in church and look. Some of y'all want to start playing with yourself now. You don't want to hear no more.
Woo!
I see you. I see you. Huh? I ain't talking about nasty. I'm talking about.
Oh, thank you.
I'm start twiddling and twitching now. Don't want to hear no more now. Then hit your foot now.
All right, Apostle. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All the way up here.
How you got to part of something of God and you come in smelling like the world?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That ain't God's intention.
It's true. It's true.
I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no disrespect. You get mad on too?
All right.
Way.
Go ahead. Go
It's
ahead.
not God's intentions for us not to bathe.
Oh,
That's not God's intention.
you gotta preach up in here. Say it like you give it to us.
He allowed a man to make soap he already made water. If you combine them together, it works.
It works.
I ain't talking about nobody.
You talk about everybody.
I'm preaching what it gives. And you know what? And you can sit in your seat and say, that ain't God.
I'm gonna fall out.
It's tight. It's tight.
If God wants you spiritually clean, He wants you clean on the outside too. They made deodorant. That was God's intention. God intended to give a man knowledge to make deodorant. That was His intention. So that we wouldn't be musty. He even gave somebody the knowledge to make body spray. That was His intention. Say what? Say it again.
It'll keep you clean.
Now how come we use everything the devil got set up? It wasn't God's intention for us to smell like that. That ain't God's intention.
Jesus.
All right,
Huh?
Yep, true.
God intended for us to take care of ourselves. That's His intention. Hello? It's not God's intention for you to talk about somebody else's house dirty and your house ain't clean. That's not God's intention. God intended for you to clean your house first, so you can help somebody.
Jesus. Woo.
It was not God's intention for you to keep everything for yourself and not share with nobody. That's not God's intention.
All right now.
That's your mess.
All right.
Because you're so greedy.
All right,
You're so
Apostle.
selfish.
All right, Apostle. You don't say so?
That ain't God's intention. I got to get out of here.
Jesus.
It's not God's intention for you to have certain folk you like and certain folk you don't like. That's not God's intention.
If y'all say